If you want for nothing or struggle each day to make it through, you are welcome here. No matter whom you love or what your gender identity, you are welcome here. For this is a community of diversity, of love, and of justice, and it is good to be together. Now may we enter into the spirit of worship with our prelude.
As we light this chalice, we do so with the knowing that our world is both fragile and beautiful. This flame is for all humanity, those searching for truth, those searching for love, those who search for hopefulness and peace, and those who grieve. May its glow remind us each of an act of kindness and how it matters. As this light burns before us, may it awaken the truth in our hearts, and that love is still the most powerful force we have, and we are here to keep it alive by knowing all of humanity deserves love and dignity. May the light of this chalice burn in each of us. And we are now going to do our opening hymn, 1000 Morning Has Come.
Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance with joy and sing a song of gladness. The light of hope here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. A new day dawns, once more the gift is given. Wonder fills this moment shared together. The light of peace here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. Open our eyes to see that life abounds. Open hearts to welcome it among us. The light of love here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home.
In Unitarian Universalism, our covenants are the agreements we make between us for how love becomes real. Please join me in reading our congregational covenant, printed in your order of service and on the screen. As a free congregation, we promise to one another our mutual trust and support. To create beloved community, we promise to be kinder to each other than we have to be. To listen fully to each other with an open mind and heart, to speak responsibly and respectfully, and to find ways to improve our church for all members and friends. You may be seated. I would like now to invite any young or young at heart to come up to listen to the story for all ages this morning. Oh, I'm sorry, did I miss that? So sorry. So sorry, so sorry. It's most sorry. Wow. I have them switched around. Every week, we give half of our offering to an organization in the community that shares our core values. This month, our shared plate partner is Kirkwood. Kirkwood is the food pantry and utility assistance agency that serves the Kirkwood School District attendance area. I represent Eliot Chapel on the board of Kirk Care and am currently serving as the president. And as you have heard on the news, many people in our entire nation are facing food insecurities. The government shutdown, furloughs, and the uncertainty of SNAP have all brought a lot of stress to many families. We have had phone calls in the past week of people who are furloughed looking for utility assistance, and we need to tell them that we don't offer our utility assistance until someone is facing a shutoff, and they're horrified to hear that. They've never missed a bill. It is really heartbreaking. It has been a very, very difficult couple of weeks. And I really want to thank the congregation for sharing food items that we are sharing between Kirk Care, collecting for Kirk Care, Circle of Concern, and the Metro Trans group that has a food pantry. And we've been splitting up that food we did last week, and we're going to continue for the month. So thank you all for your dedication to helping in this area. It's really important. As we prepare to give this morning, we welcome the presence of children in the sanctuary. Together, young and old, we practice generosity, knowing that our gifts create ripples of love and compassion in our community. Let us give joyfully. You are welcome to donate through the plate or through the QR code on the screen and your order of service, or text Eliot and shared plate, one word, plus the amount you wish to give to 73256. A link in the reply text will take you to our secure giving platform where you can complete your transaction. May we be a generous people. Please join me in dedicating our offering with our unison words. To the work of the church, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our lives and these our offerings. Thank you all. And now, keeping me honest, I would like to invite all the young or young at heart to come up and join me to hear our wisdom story. Oh, there's a couple I know. Sorry. Good morning. Good morning. You can sit anywhere because there are no pictures for this story, okay? Hi, nice to see you all. Do you have a dog in your hand? Oh, okay. This is awesome. All right. I am going to share a story written by a Unitarian Universalist minister named Naomi King. And it is about a big family of dogs. Dogs from many different places and backgrounds who gather together every night to share their thanks in a very special way. And I'm going to tell you, there's one word in this that you may not know, and that is the word bay. And they talk about the dogs baying, which is kind of like a bark and a howl at the same time, okay? That's what they're doing, and that's how the dogs talk. Like bow, yes, like that, okay? All right. Once there was not a family of, there was not a family of dogs. Like many dog families, there were dogs that had wandered off the streets, and dogs with fine pedigrees, dogs from the shelter, and dogs who had been born into the family. They ran together. They played together. They tumbled together in great furry masses of tails and snouts and paws. They loved each other very much, even if sometimes they growled at each other, even if sometimes they worried about enough biscuits from the tin on the counter, and even if some dogs didn't feel good and snapped at another dog, they loved each other very much. Each night, as the moon rose, the family of dogs went outside and sat in a great circle on the soft grass and watched the moon come up. They looked at each other's eyes and wagged their tails. It was a doggy thing to do. Then, when the moon was a dog's tail above the horizon, the eldest dog would bay loudly at the moon. And what do you think that dog was baying about? Well, the eldest dog was telling the other dogs and the moon and the whole world what he was thankful for. He was baying, "Thank you for this day, for the running and the jumping. Thank you for the biscuits and the tasty treats. Thank you, little brown dog, for nosing the ball my way. Thank you for being able to sing. Thanks for this and everything." Well, then, the youngest dog would point her nose to the moon and begin to bay, and she was saying, "Thank you, wonderful sun that warmed my back. Thank you, fragrant frangipani, so sweet. Thank you, pack of dogs, for wiggly dances. Thank you for the ringing ice cream truck. Thank you for this and all my luck." Then one dog after another would join the baying and say their thanks until they were singing together and to the moon. But they saved the best for last and howled together, "Thank you, mother, and thank you, father. Thank you, sister, and thank you, brother. Thank you, neighbor, and thank you, friend. Thank you, stranger, and thank you, world. We share our thanks for every being, whether near or far, no matter who, no matter where, no matter what you are, thanks." They did this no matter what the weather, no matter how many or how few of the family were home, no matter how they felt. The dog family gathered together each and every night to greet the moon and share their thanks. And what I love about this story is that it reminds us of the power of thank you and how there isn't just one way to say it. We can say thank you with our words, like the dogs did with their baying, and we can say thank you with actions, like sharing, helping, or giving a hug. We can say thank you quietly in our hearts or loudly with a song. And when we share our thanks, no matter what, no matter where, it makes our circle of gratitude bigger, just like the dog's circle under the moon. Gratitude has the power to bring us together. And now, as a church, the adults are going to show gratitude for our children being here by singing you out to your classes this morning. Let us do it. Thank you, children.
Spirit of life and love, we give thanks for the gift of this day, for the breath in our lungs, the beauty of the world around us, for the people who hold us, the ones we hold, and for the unseen threads that bind us all. May our hearts remain open to the mystery, our hands ready to serve, and our lives instruments of gratitude. With humble joy, we walk this path. Let us enter into a time of silence. Let us lift up the names of those we would hold in our love and care. Blessed be. And now you will remain seated and we will sing hymn number 128, For All That Is Our Life.
For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrow we must bear, for failures, pains, and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad.
What is gratitude that is not transactional, not a quid pro quo? It is free. It is pro bono, which means for good. Pro bono gratitude is when a gift is given without any expectation of an exchange or payment of any kind. The gift is offered as a contribution of the good, period. Any gratitude that is expressed is deep thanks, free and untethered. The beneficiary chooses when and how to be grateful. This is from a sermon from a Universal Unitarian congregation in Castine, Maine. Good morning. I am so delighted to have been invited to speak this morning. And my talk is titled Pro Bono. So I'm going to start out with a few quotes and readings. In the context of the Unitarian Universalist Association, UUA tradition, gratitude means a conscious, spiritual, ethical posture of recognizing that we are deeply interconnected and dependent on the world around us, on other people, on the earth, on countless unseen support, and responding not just with a thankful heart, but with an ethic of care, generosity, and responsibility for the web of life. One writer puts it this way: the discipline of gratitude reminds us how utterly dependent we are on the people and world around us for everything that matters. From this flows an ethic of gratitude that obligates us to create a future that justifies an increasing sense of gratitude for the human family as a whole. Thus, gratitude is not merely saying thank you, but living in the recognition of interdependence and letting that recognition shape our actions, our community, and our world. And then this one is by one of my favorite authors. I slept and I dreamed that life is all joy. I woke and I saw that life is all service. I served and I saw that service is joy. and that's by Khalil Gibran. And then this name I can't really say, Galen Gingerich. But anyway, it's a unity person that Unitarian. The ethic of gratitude demands that we nurture the world that nurtures us in return. So I kind of looked at something because I wanted to look at how do you weave gratitude into your 7 principles. The inherent worth and dignity of every person, number 1, gratitude begins here, recognizing the sacredness of others, seeing every encounter as a gift. And then justice, equity, and compassion in human relationships. Gratitude softens our hearts, turning fairness into kindness and compassion into action. Acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth. When we're grateful for our differences, we welcome one another more deeply. A free and responsible search for truth and meaning. Gratitude keeps us humble, open to learning, to mystery, and to the wisdom others bring. The right of consciousness and use of the democratic process. Gratitude honors every voice, even when it differs from ours. I have a funny little story about this. My husband and I attend an Al-Anon meeting every Monday night, and the person knows that I use this because I thought it was so funny. We were talking about tolerance, and this person said, well, I'm really tolerant of those who are tolerant of me. And I thought that was the most beautiful definition of intolerance that I've ever heard. Gratitude invites us to see our shared humanity and to act for the good of all. Respect for the interdependent web of all existence. This is gratitude in its purest form. Reverence for life itself, for the breath, for the soil, for the stars, and every connection between them. And this is my little writing on pro bono. Gratitude can be a tricky subject. 17 months ago, our son passed away. Gratitude? I just had to concentrate on creating enough energy to get up. I had no instructions on how to handle this insurmountable grief. It surged and totally pulled me under. I did not know where to put myself, stand, sit, walk, and then I began to read. And I began to read about gratitude. I was grateful we had our son for 51 years. I was grateful we had 2 other sons, grateful for 6 grandchildren. My spouse, my brothers and sisters-in-laws, daughters-in-laws, so many friends to surround us in our grief. I am grateful that through this grief, I have grown in understanding and compassion, that I have been a support to others who are learning to walk with grief. I am grateful that I have been given the opportunity to walk this path regardless of the roadblocks. Every one of us has a story, and every one of us has something to be grateful for, with no strings attached. So this is my emphasis for today. So much in life is a quid pro quo. You know, I'll do this for you, but you know what? I'm going to keep track because in the future, I'm going to ask you for something to pay me back, right? Anybody know people like that kind of keep score? I used to do it myself. I would keep a scorecard. You know, if you did not do this for me, then I surely was not going to do that back for you, which I realized that the universe really doesn't ask much of us. You know, it just kind of works. I mean, you know, the sun will be there, maybe not every single day, but the rain will come at some point. It just kind of works. Well, What if I could start being more like that? What if, like I think about, I'll say to myself, I'm so grateful, and I just read you a list of all the things, and I'm so grateful I have a comfortable bed to sleep in, and a warm house to go into, and a cool house in the summer, and all of these things. But could I be grateful just because? Could I be grateful if I had none of those things? Could I be grateful just for being? Just for having the opportunity to be? I was listening, there's a podcast, I know you all do A Course in Miracles here, I think Karen shared with me, and I've studied that also. And it's very interesting because I don't know if any of you have ever studied Kabbalah, but it goes right along with it. And when I listen to it, there's a podcast called Kabbalah for Everyone, and it's just done in such beautiful, simplistic terms, the way that this rabbi explains all of it, and it just runs parallel to A Course in Miracles. Well, actually, everything runs parallel because truth is truth. But he was telling a story one time about a person who had so many grievances with their parents that they could never forgive them. And the rabbi's answer was simply, but they gave you life. Isn't that enough? Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes when life gets very difficult, I go back and I think, if I had the choice, knowing what my life would look like, would I have chosen to be here? And sometimes I say, I'm not sure. And then other times, when I just look around and I look at the beauty in the world and beautiful, wonderful people that I get to meet every day, I believe that there's a deeper purpose for us being here, that we have a journey and each one of us gets to take it. I guess I'd like to ask you a question. How many of you sitting out there have never had a problem in your life? How many of you have never had grief? So I guess we're on the path of the human experience. And when we're going through the dark times, like what you mentioned, we have a country that isn't functioning right now. There's nobody running it. And yet, here we are. And I believe in my heart that there is something bigger, that this universe is bigger than this silly stuff that's going on, where not silly, but terrible stuff, where people are working for free and they're not getting taken care of, and that we would take food that's so necessary from people who need it so badly. Yet, maybe there's something to be grateful for. Maybe this is the time that we can be grateful because we are able to share, that we are able to go out to the store and buy food or give money to the food pantries or get clothes or to help the people get what they need. Perhaps maybe this is part of the plan of the universe, that when things look bad, and of course to us, what feels bad is bad. Like here's an example in food. Oh my God, sugar is so good. I wonder if your parents had ever said to you, you know what, you're not going to get broccoli until after you eat your dessert. I wonder if you wouldn't like broccoli more. Right? Did you ever think about that? We think sugar is so good. If you really look it up, it's really poison. And if we start maybe looking at our world, that during some of the most awful times, people were gracious. If any of you have ever read any of Elie Wiesel or any of the Holocaust survivors' books, and they would talk about getting this bowl, I don't know that you can call it soup, it was like this watery substance, and their big treat was to find one pea in it, something to chew. And they would talk about how happy that made them. And when I would read this, it touched something in my heart, in my soul. And it made me realize sometimes what tiny, tiny, tiny little things can bring joy to someone. And that we have the opportunity to do that daily. And I'm grateful that I am learning, that I am on a path of showing gratitude to every person I meet. I work to notice people who perhaps have a physical issue or a mental issue, so that I can look them in the eye, even if they're not looking up, and just go, "Hi there. I hope you have a wonderful day." Because I've noticed on my journey how many times we forget people who perhaps have issues. Or that if someone is unkind to me, that I'm grateful that I'm not that way. And I try to reframe it and say to myself, I don't know what happened to that person that day. Maybe they lost a child. Maybe there's something in their life that is making them uncomfortable. So is there something that I can do that might lift their spirits just a little tiny bit? Because did you ever think about this? If we all could give each other exactly what they wanted, everyone would be in harmony. And so I just love this topic because I've thought about it, and I thought this is going to be one of my new things to work on. I guess that's what it's called. But to start just being grateful for what? Just grateful. Just simply grateful to be and have an opportunity to walk on this earth. And when I leave it, I don't care what anyone says at my eulogy or if there's even a eulogy, but if I could just have brought a little joy to someone, then the path and the walk would have been worth it. So I would like to end my talk with the poem that I wrote titled Pro Bono. Living in gratitude is a challenging art for which you do not need to be smart. Simply open heart and mind to all the little wonders you find as you walk upon this earth. Grateful for your birth. This opportunity to participate in the mystery of your personal fate. Is it preordained, or do you have a choice? Is what you're saying really your voice? Where do we go when we leave? If I give, will I definitely receive? Will my life go true to my plan? How long is my lifespan? On this planet, this is the mystery. We are what we are. What we will be is simply our own personal view. Our world is created by me and you. Living in gratitude fills up my cup. When I am down, it lifts me up. I am simply grateful just for being, opening my eyes and seeing this world of which I am a part. Gratitude flowing freely from my heart. Simply grateful for every day. For me, this is the only way to live in peace. Thank you. There's the hymn now, and I just lost it. So can you announce it? Oh, wait, here it is. Okay, and we are going to close.
Hymn 1010.
Right here. Okay, hymn 1010. We give thanks.
May stand. Ready? Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
Please join me in extinguishing our chalice flame with the words printed in your order of service.
We will keep a place for you wherever you may go. We'll sustain this home of faith and love you've come to know. Go in peace, bring hope to hearts that yearn. We will keep a place for you till you return.
And now, may the Spirit of life hold you, may love bless you, and may joy find a place in your days. Go in peace.